Okay, thank you very much. Let's clap for Mr. Hayase. Let's clap for him. And I entreat you, for those of us here, if you have any concerns, anything to do with GLICO Group, before you leave here, this is the head office. So we have all our offices in here. You find out which subsidiary, if it's pensions, you can ask around, we direct you, go there, and whatever inquiries you have, you can get that sorted. Is that okay? Okay, thank you very much. I hope you're having a good time. Okay, so we are moving to the next item on the list. So we are going to have a talk or a presentation on entrepreneurship. Okay, entrepreneurship for those of you that have your businesses. Now, to do this, I'm going to invite a gentleman over. He's a good friend. Um, so he's a seasoned salesman and he has passion of growing professional salespeople. He has been in sales management for 16 years, helping individuals and families to make the right choices when it comes to life insurance. He holds a BSc in banking and finance and MBA in marketing. He joined GLICO Life in 2009 as a sales executive and rose all through the ranks to become a Greater Accra sector manager. He has also completed his professional insurance education and is awaiting his charter status. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Nana Owari Bonsu.
Thank you very much. And a good morning to all of us. I'm really motivated and moved by the earlier conversation we had with our customer who was particular about the time and start time. So I came along with my phone. I've set a timer. Going to do well to wrap up within 15 minutes so that we can leave on time. So once we get our slides up. Wonderful. So as MC has rightly said, I've been in the business of insurance and sales for 16 years. And most of my experience has been in generating revenue, bringing in money into the business. So I know most of us here as individuals who have our own businesses. One of the main reasons why we are doing business is to generate revenue, to grow our businesses, to expand. We expand when we are making money. When we are head of customer experience, has also or took us through most of the important things we need to know to handle our customers and then to grow them. So we want to look at some few things that I know we already know. In fact, this session is going to be more of we reminding ourselves of what we do. So when we're moving, first of all, most of us who are having our businesses, our individual business, the question I want to ask is, have we stated our vision? Have we written it down? Like the Bible says, we should write the vision and make it plain on tablets. Do we have a vision that we have itemized? We have a document that states the vision. That is where we want to see the business in 20 years, in 50 years, in 100 years. Where do we see the business? I know a good number of Ghanaian businesses. Unfortunately, statistics have shown that most individual businesses or entrepreneurial businesses fold up after 3 years. Most of them fold up after 3 years. But if you are still doing business and you have done it for more than 3 years, it means you are doing something right. And there's a lot we should also be able to come to you and then come and learn. But from GLICO's part, and then what we want to share, we want to find out if you have written down the vision, then you're in a good place. If you have not written down the vision, then unfortunately the vision will die with the founder of the business. When you write it down, any other person you're working with is able to run with it. They know what your dream was is. Some few weeks ago, we had a conversation with one of Ghana's biggest entrepreneurs. That is the son of a self-made despite. And he told us that one of his biggest challenges is being able to understand his father's vision and carry it to the next level. Every business owner, you have your own business, you have your own vision, you know what you really want to establish. So even if it's say a sobolo you're selling, is this a sobolo you want to serve to people to just refresh themselves? Is that your vision? Is it a business that you are seeking to expand and make sure that you are serving everybody in Ghana sobolo? Or you want to serve sobolo only to the very elite? Or you want to make sobolo so affordable that nobody can compete with you? The question is, You know why you have set up the business. You know what you want to seek. So make sure it is written down and make sure the people who are working with you, the people you have engaged, understand it and understand it the way you understand it so that if you're not around, you can carry it on. Then your mission. The mission is simply a statement that identifies or helps to explain to those you are working with the things you should be doing on a daily basis. The things you should be doing on a daily basis to ensure that you achieve your goals for the month, for the year, for the short term, for the middle term, and to also see the mission come to pass. So in GLICO, I'm sure those of us who use the staircase towards the side, we saw our vision. It's stated, and it's a reminder to every employee in GLICO that our vision is to be a market leader, is to be a brand of choice in Ghana, in the West African sub-region. So anytime we come to work, anytime we open our PCs and we see this, this is the founder's vision. When GLICO was being set up, is to be a leader in the insurance industry. Is to be a brand of choice. Meaning, if anybody thinks of insurance and they want to choose insurance, GLICO should be what they choose in Ghana and the West African sub-region. So, as a vision or such a vision, we know exactly where we are looking at getting to. So, if we have not gotten to West Africa yet, we know that we still have to run until then. And then you saw our mission as well. Our mission simply states that to operate as a sustainable, result-driven organization that continuously delivers incremental value. So we operate as a sustainable business. Every day when I come to work, my activities is it such that tomorrow the business will still be in existence, or I'm going to come in and just waste resources just because I'm receiving salary. I wouldn't care about electricity. I wouldn't care about fuel. I wouldn't care about the brand image. I wouldn't care about anything. What I do on daily basis, will it keep the business running in the next 10 years? Some people did GLICO before I came in. I joined in 2009 as MC said. In 1987, some people did it or worked with GLICO and kept the vision for me to come and meet it. What am I doing today to keep the vision alive so that my children can also come and meet it? So these are some of the things you want to state in your mission so that everybody you are working with can also run with it. And as business people, it's very important that we do not look at our businesses as we ourselves. One of our wonderful sayings is that everybody seated here, we are money machines. As long as we are alive and we are strong, business or money will come into our businesses because you are alive, because you go to work, because you have opened your shop today. Money will come in. The question we ask ourselves is, if we are down with a prolonged illness for the next, say, 30 days, we are hospitalized or we are home bedridden, will the same inflow of money come in as we were physically present? If it is not so, then it's high time that we scale down and hold ourselves into those we are working with. We don't want to operate as we alone. We alone, if something happens to us, the business goes down. And it's very important. Core values. Those of us who are not just self-employed or entrepreneurs, one-man business. You have people working with us. We need to establish core values. These are simple principles that guide everybody's activities. If you came from the ground floor, you would have seen our core values as GLICO hanging. Transparency is one of them. As an organization, we operate in transparency. We don't hide anything from our colleagues. We don't hide anything from our customers. When a question is asked, we openly let you know so that you understand what you are doing with us. The same way we also come to, we try to ask as many questions as possible so that we can understand you and know the kind of business to give you. So we have transparency as one of them. We have professionalism as one of them. If you realize from the MC's introduction, my main job as a sales manager, as a salesman, is to help the people who come out to meet you on a daily basis to be as professional as possible. If they are professional, you continue doing business with us. You will not do the business today and then tomorrow you want to stop doing business with us. You refer more to us. So coming to you and being as professional as possible, not being rude, being as friendly as possible, which is one of our core values, friendly and competitive service. We know you also engage some of our competitors, what they are doing for you. I always make sure my team members and I, when we come to you, we want to outdo what competition is doing for you. So if they came to you with a smile, we want to come to you with a smile and a handshake. By all means, we want to do something that is more than that. If they came to you promising you that they will call you by close of day, we want to tell you we'll call you in the next 2 hours. We want to do something that competition is not doing. Competitive service. So as a businessman, what are you doing differently from your competitors? And that is one of the things you should state in your core values. It guides their daily activities. You also want to understand the basic concept of SWOT analysis. We, as business people, we know our strengths. By the time you develop your product or you decided to go into this particular line of business, you know you have some expertise in that area. Identify it. And even in that particular area, there's something you know which other people in that business do not know. So how do you leverage on that? How do you sell that out to your customers? How do you sell that out to your clients? It's something that is very key. Also know your weakness. Sometimes when we engage people and we try to do a SWOT analysis of their business operations, people want to hide their weaknesses. But it is very, very sad that you don't want to acknowledge your weakness. Your weakness is your competitor's strength. Your weakness is what your competitor will use to take businesses from you. So it's important that you analyze it and then understand it. Write down your weakness. In this area, I am not strong there. In this area, I'm falling short. In this area, I need help there. Once you have identified these weaknesses, then it's easier to get help. It's easier to have somebody come in and see how best we can move some of these strengths and some of these weaknesses into strengths. What do we need? Do we need to bring in somebody else? Do we need to bring in a system to come and cater for that weakness so that it can also match our competition very well? Also, our opportunities. What are the opportunities around us? For our people in Abosokai, what are the opportunities around us? I know a good number of us from the experience I've had with engaging some of us and even myself having to buy from Abosokai. There was a time we had to buy a particular part and we didn't get in Abosokai and not in Kukumbe. We had to ask someone to bring it from Azin. And I kept wondering, how is it possible that we have the ports in Klein Tema and the particular part we couldn't get in Abosokai, we didn't get in Kukumbe. Anyway, we didn't go to Tema, but we had to call and then we could get to just some few calls. It was on VIP bus and it was coming down. So the question that we ask is, the kind of businesses we do, are we sure we know it in total, such that if a customer comes to us and we don't even have it, how are we connected with somebody else to be able to supply where we can also get benefit from? And those of us who, not my Aboso kind, people for here, you know my house, you know my office, but those who are not in Aboso kind, one of the best things about the marketplace that I have seen, and I always commend, is that before you even enter Aboso kind, there's somebody who doesn't own a business, but can give you all the services you need. And these are individual people who are making it big in Aboso kind, but they do not have their own wares. They have only strengthened their expertise in procurement. They know where to get everything. So such people, even though they are making money, the question we ask is, do they have people they are working with? Do they have a vision they are running with? If they are no more, how will their families feed? If they are no more, how would the people they are taking care of, or the income they are making today, take care of them? So there are so many opportunities. You may be selling just, let's say, bumpers, and it's just because of a customer service you give someone, he has referred the person into you. I come in to buy a bumper. This is my vehicle. What other services can you offer that person? That the person will remember that just because I came in to buy a bumper, the way he spoke with me, the kind of things he educated me on. When I need something, even though I may need an engine, I still go to the person who sells bumper, that he should refer me to who he knows. And if he refers, obviously, the person who sells the engine knows that you are the one who referred, and then some benefit comes to you as well. So let's know the opportunities around us. Let's know the trends. Sadly, a lot of business people assume every competitor is a threat, but not every competitor is a threat. There are some competitors, beautifully, they will never meet you. And there are also some competitors. Whatever we do, we will never meet them. But the question we ask is identify your competitors. Your competitors is everybody who takes money out of your customer's pocket. So it's not only, let's say, windscreen. So I sell windscreen, so my competitors are those who sell windscreens. No, it's not only that. Recently, I had a problem with my Trafgator light. I was supposed to buy a new one. Someone told me, "Oh, I'll give you a new one. It's 200 Ghana cedis." I said I was going to budget for 200 Ghana cedis. I'll come back later for it. Within a short while, about a space of 2 months, then somebody told me that I can mold it for you, 50 Ghana cedis. So you'll be thinking that your competitor is the one who sells your product, but somebody else is also delivering a different service that is going to take money that should have come to you from there. So it's very, very important that we know the threats that are around us, and we need to understand who is taking money from your customer that money should have come to you. We need to understand some of these. So as a businessman, please, it's very important. The SWOT analysis, SWOT, let us keep it in mind. Let's note them down. When we go, those who have not yet established them, let us do work on them. And we'll be surprised how all of a sudden the way we see our businesses and the way we are moving forward will change for us. We say we should set smart goals or goals that everybody can run with. Sometimes, as a businessman, we say by the end of this year, I need to make 800,000 Ghana cedis. I need to make 1 million Ghana cedis. The question we ask ourselves is, how smart is that? If we say 800,000 Ghana cedis, yes, it may fall into one area. We've been specific, but is it achievable with the kind of business we do? I'm a businessman. I buy through a middleman. By the end of this year, I want to be the same person going out to bring in. Is it achievable? Looking at the scale at which you are on now, it's very important that we need to set guidelines as to how we set our goals. So we need to be specific. A smart goal needs to be specific, which says define the objectives clearly. It must be measurable. There must be quantity on it. Not that I want to be rich by the end of this year. If you want to be rich, how do you measure the wealth, or how do you measure the riches? It must be specific. I need to make 800,000 Ghana cedis. I need to make 5 million Ghana cedis by the end of this year. How am I going to achieve this 800? Month on month, what do I do? On daily basis, what do I do to achieve it? It must be something that you measure. If you can't measure it, achieving it will become a very difficult thing. Then it must be achievable. It must be something within reach. Something within reach, but at the same time, not in your comfort zone. Something within reach, something that if you push yourself to the limit, you break your back to the limit, you can achieve. Not something that is far out of reach. I want to make so much money that I buy a jumbo jet by the end of this year. The question we ask ourselves is, how much do we even have? I want to buy a jumbo jet. What's the value of a jumbo jet? How many Ghanaian businessmen own jumbo jets? Even those who own their own small planes. When we set up, you are making daily, say, weekly revenue of around 80,000 Ghana cedis, 100,000 Ghana cedis. And you're saying, oh, by the end of 6 months, I want to make a jumbo jet. Yes, it's a good thing. I want to buy my own DHL cargo plane, so that I'll be bringing. How achievable is it based on where you are standing currently? So we set achievable ones. We must set realistic ones that align, also give time frame. Unfortunately, or fortunately, most of my examples, I'm already citing them because I'm used to smart, I'm used to doing these setting goals this way. So most of the examples, I'm trying to give you examples that are counter it, but it's not coming in. But however, I believe we understand because as businessmen, some of us are already doing this. So this is the framework. Now we need to, wow. So my time is up from the timer. So we're going to rush. They say we need to master our finance, create a budget, track our expenses. We need to manage cash flow. I've seen a few business people. I have a friend who sells fruit juices, and sometimes she does well in managing her finances. And other times you tell me that I just saw this deal. This lady is ready to bring me pineapples, this quantity. The question I asked her, there was one time she said, oh, she's going to buy pineapples in particular quantity. It will take her 2 weeks. I was like, when it comes in, can you preserve the pineapples for the next 2 weeks? Because the nature of the business I know you buy it within 2 days, 3 days, you make sure you do purchases. But somebody is giving you a deal, and the person says, what I'm going to give 2 weeks of supply, and there's this value. The person already has the pineapple stack there. The person wants to offload their pineapples. Do you have the storage capacity to keep it? Are you just going to buy something because it's a good deal and it becomes a loss to you? Some few years ago, I remember one of our state institutions, somebody, we all learned, we heard in the news, the person ordered for letterheads that the company would use even for the next 10, 15, 20 years. Sorry? So the question is, the fact that it is a good deal now, do you need to lock up your capital in it when they are changing trends? It's important to understand that business, it evolves. What we are doing now, what we are spending money on now, in the next 2 years, it may be very, very obsolete that we may not need to spend money on it. If we have it, we'll even struggle to use it. So why won't we get the fact that we are seeing money doesn't mean we should just go and buy it. We should manage it. Then invest in growth opportunities. One of the things GLICO does as an organization, which I know we can all adopt, is investing in our personnel, investing in systems that enhances and make work easier and faster. GLICO spends a lot of money educating staff so that they can be professional enough to deliver good customer service. We also spend a lot of money getting IT infrastructure to make sure that we are serving our customers very well. So based on the business you are doing, you need to invest in something that will make the work easier for you and also make a lot more money, depending on the business that you are doing. Monitor and adjust your financial plans regularly, which, as you see, clear English, good. I'll touch on this. I think we've explained most of this. Cost control, managing the things that you buy, managing the things you spend money on, cash flow management, we just touched on it, budgeting and forecasting analysis. We need to analyze the fact that we have money, we are spending. We need to also sit down and see these places or these vendors we took items from. Was it good deals? Could we have gotten better deals? Next time, what deals do we need to do? Investment and finances. Please let us not assume that we will always have the finances coming in. Unfortunately, that is what has killed a lot of businesses. And that's one of the things I learned early when I joined GLICO as a sales executive and have been on it. If all of us who have GLICO policies, you realize that you bought a policy once, or you signed up or you met with a sales executive once, yet on a monthly basis, you are paying for it. Or on a monthly basis, you have to pay to sustain the policy. That is the nature of insurance products. How do we develop our products and our businesses in such a way that those who buy from us will constantly be bringing in money? It's something that we need to really think about, whatever product it is. One of the good things I see about in my neighborhood, we have this water company. Every Saturday, even when I don't need water, they come to knock on my door. Can we bring you water? So they don't let me go out, say I want to buy water. Every Saturday, they come in. When they come in and I'm not in the house, nobody's in the house, they will call. Boss, Yabao, Yama on saying. Sometimes what they brought me the previous week is not even finished, but Yama on saying. Repeated. They've made sure that they've built the relationship and they want to supply everybody who they supply to. So how do we do our business in such a way that the customers we have constantly will be bringing in some money? Good. Surround yourself with the right people. Surround yourself with the right people. Very important. Let's not also say that we are bringing up people. We're just going to bring someone from the village so that we'll be higher than them. It's very important that always surround yourself with very talented people. People who can move your business, even when you're asleep, can move it to another level. It's very important that we get all these people. We develop a positive company culture, which we've touched on. provide training and development opportunities. What you may not always need to bring in someone to train your staff for you. Sometimes what you yourself spend good time teaching them how you go about it. And also you can also leverage on GLICO Life. Everybody who is doing a policy with GLICO Life, you can always call on GLICO Life for any particular training at all that you want. We are willing and will come in, and as us preparing for this one, I say all it will cost you is a bottle of water. Once I come in to engage your personnel on revenue generation, all I need is one bottle of water. I don't need anything. I don't need anything. Even the water can sometimes I may even bring it to myself. So thank you very, very much. And then, stay ahead of the curve. My boss has touched on technology. It's very important. We can't always come to the office or come to the workplace and expect the money to come in. How do we get technology to be able to? Everything, please come in. How do we get technology to help us in our business? Are we advertising? There's no redeem who got some commendation at the beginning. Please have a seat. How do we leverage on our social media activities to get businesses coming in? Even when we are asleep, we wake up and then there are orders waiting for us. It's important. And as I said, GLICO, we are always at service. When you call in GLICO, Mr. Appa can come in with his team and then give you the right training and help you to understand and then get the right tools for it. Encourage innovation and experimentation within your organization, your business. Encourage those who work with you to share their ideas on how they can improve things. It's very important we do that. Don't assume that when they bring it in, you are the business owner, you know how it is. Listen in, ponder over it, spend some time to ponder over it. It may be of very good value. Try it out, or sometimes let them try it out and let's see the benefit that comes out on it. We need to monitor and measure effectiveness of every new initiative. So basically, we've touched on all this. All right, in conclusion, remember to stay focused, adapt to change, and continuously evaluate and improve your business. I think I have a last slide. Then I am done. All right, so there was a slide before my thank you. So thank you very, very much for your time. We wanted us to leave here as early as possible. So thank you for engaging me. The name once again is Nana Owariponsu.
Thank you very much, Nana. So at this point, we take any questions that you have. But Nana, I think one gentleman there requested that you have an answer. The first slide, smart. So if you can get there for him. But in the meantime, do you have anyone with any question? Nana is here to answer them. Any questions, please? So, any questions? So there's this thing I always say whenever I have a presentation, you don't ask questions. It's one or two things. It's either you didn't pay attention at all, or you understood it way too much. So in that sense, I would rather ask you questions. So which is it going to be? Okay, we have our first question. Thank you.
Yes, sir, Chief.
Please, we're saying something about our weakness as entrepreneur.
Wonderful.
See, we hardly hide our weakness because sometimes when they tell you about our weakness, you don't help. Most of our business, our weakness are about finance. Like going to help us to solve our financial problems in terms to expand our business to gain more profits.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So that is not a weakness at all. Having financial challenges or needing finance to scale up is not a challenge. In GLICO Life, we have a variety, or in GLICO, we have a variety of packages that give so much help in any particular area, especially those who want to scale up. We have in GLICO Life, those who have life insurances. There are some policies that allows us to even take loan facilities or do partial withdrawals. Even though you took a plan that in the next 10 years, I'll withdraw on it or I'll cash in on it to take care of important projects, you can still do a partial withdrawal on some of our projects. In GLICO Life, we also have a called GLICO Capital. That helps us that right from start or from any point, even from today, And by engaging them, they can assist you, knowing that every month out of the revenue you make, putting down, say, 2,000 Ghana cedis or 1,000 or 50 Ghana cedis a month can yield this for you in the next 6 months, can yield this for you in the next 1 year. So we have expertise when it comes to financial arrangements. And that's a beautiful thing of doing business with GLICO. So if you ask GLICO Life and it's about finances and it's something beyond what life insurance can provide, we call on our GLICO Capital, which is a separate company that has expertise in finances and helping people to make more money, helping people to manage their finances, to come in and give the right consultation. Okay, and also that is for free. As we say, once you are doing business with GLICO, every other service is for free. When we do this, you refer us and we'll get more businesses. So that's what I'm saying, it's for free.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Nana. So we'll take our final question for the day. Who's it going to be? I want a lady. Our final question for the day. Anyone? Should I handpick someone? Should I go in? Any lady? Final question.
Right. So I understood everything very well.
So I'll open it up. Any open?
Start where?
It's not the person.
Okay.
I'm so impressed with the presentation. I'm really probably listening to the lighting that finish. And I'm so impressed.
Thank you very much,
Thank you very much for that feedback. It means the world to us.
Thank you so much for coming in. I'm not wrapping up, but before I sit down, I want to say if it wasn't for you, we will not be in business. So keep doing business with us. Keep referring us to your friends, to your family members. We'll come around, give them the best services that you can ever think about. The good thing is that the people you refer to us will enjoy even better services. Why? Because we are learning from you. You are giving us feedback to improve. So when they come in, what you have seen, they are going to enjoy even better and enhanced services. And we'll continue doing business with you. Thank you so much.
Yes, well, we are ready for that.
My last question is about the IT. It looks like your mobile app on these iPhones are not working. So I don't know whether it has been updated. It only works on the Android if you want to use for payments. So I want to know whether things have been upgraded.
Yes.
It's not working. So on Apple Store, we can get a mobile app.
Yes. One set for GLICO Life.
Okay.
And the GLICO Life app works for both the mainstream and the micro. You do micro business, yes, you see your daily deductions, how your contributions are going in there. And for the mainstream, you see your policy status, your policy documents, the statements, you see all those beneficiaries, the dependents, and all that. The iOS is late because of the registration bits when it comes to registration on App Store. Play Store is straightforward, within a month you can host. But App Store, you have to check the location, provide your bank statement, the individual, whether you're authorized to publish on the platform. That can come down one delay, but it's actually
Okay, and on the App Store, if I want to request for a statement, the statement only comes on the front page. But sometimes you see the statement showing 1 to 5 pages, but only the front page can. If you want to go, it doesn't give you the permission to go to the next.
Yes, it was a defect that we noticed. Some of the devices, because of the OS versions, are not able to display the entire interface. So we step it down. So once you update it, and most of it, the update comes and prompts you to update. Once you update it, you're able to see the next in there. So it's good that yet you have a feel of it. Kindly update it and the full features. We've been incorporated some of the claims processes in there. Once you initiate your claim from there, to be telling you the status of each the stuff of your claim, and once it's paid to, it gets you notified. Whatever you can do on the app can also be done on the portal. Once you have the credentials, you can now use the portal or the app. Both works. The portal is universal, whether iOS or your PC, you can just use the portal on the device, basically iOS, then Android.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hayase. So all too soon, we've come to the end of today's program. But before we have our closing remark, I want us to just take a remark from one of our clients. Anyone in the audience, someone who's been here right from the beginning, way through today. Just give us a remark. What is the feel for the event? What do you think about today's event? One volunteer. Oh, okay. So none other than my favorite guest here today. I didn't catch the name.
I'm Apia Kusi. This one. Thank you very much for this training. In fact, I've enjoyed a lot. We have nice. Yes. I know the time management, we are going to work on it because it is not nice. GLICO is bigger than that.